Dude, Josh, did you have Tyreek, Jamar,
Yes.
and AJ Brown,
Yes.
and you lost?
Yes.
Like, you gotta take ownership for just not exciting your team. This is like Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson. Imagine all those people being on the same team and not being able to win 3 games.
Boozy. We're not even at this segment yet. I'm not ready for this heat.
You're the Jets, and I'm White Vic, a.k.a. Drake May.
I was looking at some rosters. Boy, was I surprised that I was the one that lost. I mean, you have got to be kidding me with some of these rosters.
It is shocking. I mean, everyone got a lot better this week, but the fact
Not
that
everyone
you lost.
Yeah.
Not everyone. Like, Tua
Dude,
legit to quit hanging on is a joke. I mean, I love that man as a person and an individual, but you have got to be kidding me with that squad. We've been projecting him to lose since week 2. He hasn't gotten better. What upside down world are we freaking living in? I think he has Khalil Shakir in his OP position. I mean, I cannot.
Tua legit to quit. I'm pretty sure I was looking at points for, and I'm pretty sure he has like less points for than teams who were eliminated 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Calls being.
Oh no! Oh no!
Welcome back to What Does My Dick Look Like? This is the 5th episode. So, get out of here. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
For me, we should all explain our custom.
Are you truly calling us from a terrorist's lair right now? Because it looks like
call it a cell. We call it a cell. Pete, can you bring me a Bronson? Okay, let's
record this because
let's start by saying what our costume is. Boozy, you go first.
I'm the captain of this ship.
Nice. Josh?
I'm someone who doesn't want to be here.
All right. It must be hard for you to understand that persona, but
yeah.
Luke?
There's nothing hard about me tonight, Petey, unfortunately. I'm as limp as a biscuit.
Well, let's change it. I've never made a limp biscuit without a few hard things involved. So. Luke, who are you personifying?
Oh, I meant to say sorry. I couldn't get a costume in time. I just
yeah, love that.
It's just yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone else who needs to say what they're doing?
What they're doing?
Tonight I'm dressed as a Florida flight school student in the summer of 2001.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ! Wow!
Stop this!
Wow,
I cannot.
Wow!
I cannot.
Pete's fully embracing Trump's America.
No. Luke, please, for the love of God, do not post this. I cannot handle this. Start the record now. I can't.
I should have put on. I meant to mask my identity.
Welcome to Halloween weekend, Fantasy Boys podcast. You're kicking the intro music.
That's a tough start. That's a tough start. Should we call it here? Maybe just to clip it.
Yeah.
All right. What do we do? Ullman's chomping at the bit to get in here.
All right. Well, we're going to let him in 30 seconds here. So, do we need to do any sort of prep here?
No,
I feel like that said everything we need to say.
Oh God, yes, it sure did. All right, typical playbook: roast the entrance, and then short summary of recent happenings.
Does anyone remember what happened in Coleman's week?
I don't remember what
It
happened.
was so long ago.
6 weeks.
I was drunk.
Was he
most of that
last week or was that Will?
No, Will was like last month. I think Coleman was
what
last
week?
week.
Yeah,
No,
we have to because you were the last week, Josh. So the week before.
No,
that,
I mean, yeah, I meant like
Week before that.
Coleman was
before
week
that.
before, and Will was the week before that.
Okay. Will scored
Yeah.
70. What a joke.
Yeah, I know he didn't do anything.
The
I think
Hunt-
Coleman might
Hunter-
have gone home with
What?
all Fab. I don't think he did shit on Fab.
Coleman
No, that's
scored
true.
63 in week
Wait,
7.
I went home with freaking
So that's-
96 points. Just shove something up. into me. I cannot.
No, Coleman
Yeah.
got knocked
He
out
scored
with
63 points.
63.3. That's right.
That
Oh
is
yeah, because he
brutal.
had the Zay Flowers and Mike Evans Monday night injuries.
Yeah,
That was
Oh,
tough.
yeah.
yeah. I mean, the 0.2. I was actually I was worried about cutting your team
0.2 is
too,
insane.
because of
Right.
literally a stat correction, like one.
I held hope even till Tuesday because I thought, dude, Dak Prescott getting the ball back and me only needing 0.2 points.
Did you
I
lose
was
it all that night? Were you?
I was fully torqued.
Watching
when he-
watching Dak Prescott in your clutch situation must be the most frustrating thing in the world.
Dude, watching. Well, the worst was so Merck had CD Lamb and Andy had Jake Ferguson. And my logic was like, if either of them go off, Dak probably has a decent week. Because I could have played Russell, but I was like, if they both go off and then Russell has a dud, I just lost probably because of that. CD getting 2 touchdowns, I assumed I was fully torqued before realizing that I was only 0.2 behind Andy. But it was like, Cowboys probably aren't getting the ball back. They get the ball back. Literally, I need 0.2 points. And it's garbage time. You can make one completion, you would think.
Wait, what happened
Oh,
on
you
that
can't.
drive? What'd he do?
2 incompletions right off the bat. And then 3rd and 10, he drops a dime to Turpin on the sidelines, 30 yards down the field, hits Turpin off the hands and face. And he drops it, and that was it.
Oh
and then
my
on 4th
God.
down, and then they don't convert on 4th down. And that was it. I mean,
You've
got to be kidding me with that.
Brutal.
Brutal, brother.
Typically, though, when the ball hits the receiver in the face, they don't catch it. I will just say that's not usually.
Usually when it goes off the hands first, they tend to.
If it goes off in the face, then you kind of know it's over there. Unless it's Eli Manning and they get 6.
that Lamar scramble and bomb to Bateman, just straight off the helmet, like trying to make a drive to go win the game against the Browns, and then they immediately trade for Deontay Johnson. Bateman's not seeing the field; he's out.
He's out. It's not happening. Thank God.
Guys.
So are you guys telling me that I shouldn't have spent $1 on Dak Prescott? How about me getting?
No. Wait, did you get Dak for $1?
I got Dak for $1, and I got Chubba
I thought-
Hubbard for literally
Dude,
$3.
I legit think Dak is going to go off the rest of the year. He has a.
I thought you were out of money, Luke.
No,
He traded for Fab and got Tyrone Tracy, and everyone thought he got.
I know. I sold
robbed.
Robinson for Tyrone Tracy at $35. Everyone gave me total shit, and then Tyrone Tracy all of a sudden's an RB2 rest of the way. What did I tell you? I mean, come on.
I do want to go on record that I think the closest thing, despite all of this collusion nonsense that has thrown around every time a trade happens, I do think the closest thing to collusion I've ever seen is a Monday evening trade between 2 brothers, one giving someone Ray Davis in the expectation that there's an exact tie, that somehow that helps with the tie break. And then the other player getting Kareem Hunt to go the rest of the way and surviving. Yeah. I mean, what a joke. That's as close as it gets.
Oh, it's pure collusion. 100%. They admitted to it off the record.
Sure.
But
bring it up to Will. He's on.
Time out. If there's an admission to collusion that led to my elimination, I'd put in a formal audit.
Is that? But like,
Is that the only thing?
define collusion.
Collusion is two people intentionally making a trade to help one team to win.
Ah, interesting.
Insider trading or
So if Will
I think it was
knows,
helpful. I think it was helpful for both of them.
I think that's a stretch. Will only said it was helpful because if that week ended in an exact tie, Ray Davis would help him get a tiebreak, which is just an insane stance.
Okay,
You think
let's get
that
really
he just gave
guessing here.
Kareem? You think he just gave Kareem Hunt up for free to Andy to help Andy out?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it was the other way. I think Andy was trying to help Will out to survive.
Oh, well then that's fine.
Either way.
Also,
they
I will say the
together.
reason no one thought Kareem Hunt was going to be as good as he was even then. So
Josh is sounding like a Trump Supreme Court nominee.
guys, I'm so bitter. I was actually fine. I was totally fine until right now. And now coming in here, I just knew I couldn't. It just is
What's up,
really.
Hero?
It's bringing up a lot of emotions. I mean,
Yeah, dude, it's tough to figure out.
Besides my defense, going into Monday night, every single one of my players had double digits. And then Chubba put up 8. Like, I just would have assumed it was enough, and it wasn't. I mean, there was a high score of 15 in there, so it wasn't great.
I do feel like the average score jumped dramatically because there have been multiple teams under 80 for the last, maybe for every single week.
No, there was There was the 1 week there was another high score drop, but I think it was like 80 something, like mid 80s or something. So yeah, it's tough. 96.38. I thought would be enough.
It's cleaner on this side of the fence, Josh.
I tried to.
Go ahead.
I tried to pick up a tight end today because George Kittle is on bye, and I couldn't because I had $0 in fab, and I had to bet a minimum of $1 to pick up my top choices. Had to go down the line until I found a little green button there that I could pick up for free. Who knew? Even after waiver day, you still have to bet money.
Only if that player was dropped.
Bullshit.
I think that's only if that player was dropped that day.
That's always waivers.
Anytime.
No. So waivers works. The way waivers works is any player who's on your roster for more than 24 hours, on a roster for more than 24 hours, then if you drop him, we'll go to waivers, and waivers will take a full day for them to be cleared. So
like if Hunter Henry was dropped to get another tight end.
I was trying to get Hunter Henry.
So tomorrow, if no one picks him up, you'll be fine.
Oh, well, look who decided.
Welcome.
Howdy.
This is Regan.
Wow. Welcome, everyone. We can finally really get started.
William.
Take a journey with me back to late September, mid-September, actually. It's week 6. There's 3 more people in the league than there are today. and Will Regan is setting his lineup and here to tell us about it today. Wow, it's taken. So we're suddenly here. We are making up for last time, running a triple episode after missing a few weeks, and glad to have you join us, Will. How are you doing, man?
Doing all right. Much better since I've been out of that league.
So fair.
Been doing much better since then. Over that league for sure. I can't believe you guys let Andy keep Kareem. That was electric. And that was my little parting gift to everybody. So
we actually just discussed that.
Well, we have a question that we need on record.
Okay.
Were you trying to get Ray Davis in the event you had an exact tie somehow, or was it
just in case?
Was it pure collusion to help your brother take this league by storm?
I am a good brother, and it seemed like a good deal both ways. I was never getting anything out of Kareem, so I didn't think you guys would allow it. But yeah, no, it was mainly just to give Andy Kareem for free.
I mean,
was that not obvious?
Kareem last.
You guys let it go through was was hilarious.
Now, sir, I need to make sure that you understand your rights. You are on the record, and anything you say can and will be used to you in arbitration.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Mm.
That's fine.
Mm.
I mean,
I'm putting this up.
it's
I'm putting
hilarious.
this up to league vote that Andy should be eliminated this past week,
But-
and I
And then
reinstated.
whoever was eliminated should be left
That's
back in the
crazy.
league. Whoever that person
Whoever
was.
it was.
Eliminated. It's all the commissioners that allowed that to go through.
If anyone,
Amen. Amen.
that's fair. I should have put up a bigger. I just hate the collusion argument. I hate that every trade in this league ever comprised collusion. So I couldn't be the one to do it in this case. But my word, did that come back to bite me?
Yeah, the thing is, like, I don't think anybody cared because Kareem Hunt like kind of sucked at the time.
Yeah.
And turns out he's like pretty good. And the reason
Yeah,
Josh
exactly.
got eliminated
That's
this week.
exactly it.
So
Yeah.
pretty electric.
Can we directly correlate him to Josh's elimination today or this week?
Yeah.
No. It could have but he probably plays Alvin Kamara, who has more points, and maybe it would have actually hurt less to lose by more than 0.2. So
Well, I'm looking at your roster and just realizing that like basically half of my team came from your team. So
wait,
I want
hold
to
on.
thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Daquan, Marvin Harrison, just those two. But those are like my best two players. So
Yeah.
pretty big.
Those are average players on Bishop Don Magic Wand in its heyday. Unfortunately, everybody got hurt at once, and that was what put us in this year. But
So speaking of
clearly
Bishop
the best
Magic
team in the
Wand in
league.
his heyday,
Yeah.
I just wanted to call out. Here is the box score from the fateful day, and I mean, I think we all were sort of
So
on
close.
seats waiting for that. And I just noticed something that Dalton Schultz scored 4.7 points, and the other tight end on your bench
Stop.
3.7 points.
Wow, that's tough. That's pretty tough.
Can you
Dude.
like? I love to play the wish I would of game, and this is a wild one. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like this, where
Yeah, that's
It would have been a 69er.
you would have got a 69.2 by starting
That is
over
wild.
over Schultz.
I had two would have shouldas in my week, and one of them would have been led to an exact tie with Andy Regan, and I still don't know what the policy is on that. But
What is the policy?
until 7:30 p.m.
Literally nobody ever read the website.
Yeah, what's this
I had-
October window?
Hold on, everybody. Time out. What's happening? Oh,
Who
God,
just
no.
let him in here?
I thought there was a moderator on this.
That's not a fall bird. That's suspicious.
Is that a bird? That's not a bird.
He showed me his wounded bird one time. Didn't like that either.
Terrible. My God.
It's the
Can he
eyes
talk?
for me.
Hello?
We can't hear.
There we go.
Can you fit a microphone under that beak, sir? Excuse me, sir.
He didn't splurge for the audio integrated.
We can hear you a little bit. We can hear you a little bit.
Oh,
Oh my God, his head's coming up.
Oh, it's horrifying. Oh, God.
can you
Wow.
not hear me?
Now we can hear you.
It's light.
All right.
It's
You thought I was a bird, but I'm actually
what is this? The 04 World Series? What is
Darth
happening?
David Ortiz.
Yeah.
There we go.
Huge.
Very nice. Are we talking 04 Ortiz or 2013
Oh,
This
Ortiz?
is important. This is important.
I mean, 2013 was also pretty good.
I mean, you had the Cardinal hat on. That's what made me think those two, you know?
Yeah, David Ortiz made the Cardinals his
Say
pink
it.
something I
pony
won't
boy?
say. Yeah, it's Pink Pony Boy.
Mhm.
While we're on the subject of Halloween costumes, Will, what are you sporting this evening?
Oh, I'm a teddy bear.
All right, hell yeah. Honey-filled or graham cracker? What are we thinking?
Question.
Ooh, that is a good question. I wouldn't say I'm either of those. I think I'm just an ode to Teddy Roosevelt teddy bear, you know? Just classic.
Ah,
The OG
Presidential.
Teddy.
Yeah.
Or Presidential days or Texas Ranger days?
A little bit of both, kind of an all-encompassing Teddy.
All right. I'm a Nights at the Museum. What's that called?
Love the good Teddy.
The museum classic.
Night at the museum. You had it.
Pretty good there, Pete. Until you
I
asked.
had it.
So close.
We're setting records tonight, boys. We have the most number of eliminated players on this pod at one time.
Wow.
Or
Hunter, do you wanna speak to your performance? Because actually, you were the lowest scorer. You're the lowest score he has since like week 4, I think, maybe week 3.
I
And
was
you got
going
eliminated in week 7.
Yeah. I was going into that Monday night knowing that my team did not have a great chance, but it was looking possible, especially when Mike Evans started off with an early touchdown. And I was actually on Discord with Pete at the time. And all of a sudden, I can't remember who even went down first. I think Zay Flowers went for like a 30-yard run and then came up holding his leg. And then like 5 minutes later, Mike Evans dropped a touchdown pass and was just on the ground.
Yeah.
That was a tough Monday night. Yeah.
And then Zay came back in, and I thought you might do it because you really didn't need like too much from him. And then he didn't catch a pass.
I think he only needed like 4 points for the 69 or something like that. But I think he was just playing decoy the rest of the game.
Let's see. Yep.
I would like to place all of the blame on Oblique Seville, if possible. He put up an absolutely pitiful performance in that final. He had one of the top 3 times in the qualifiers, and then just didn't even try when he realized he wasn't going to win. So
Digging deep here, and I like it.
Way back. The pain runs
I
deep.
had to figure out who Oblique Seville was. What country was he representing in Paris?
I believe Jamaica. But
Colvin knows way more than that. He has his home address, his family relations.
I'm going to send him a glitter bomb, and there's nothing you can do about it.
But you're saying that if he had performed better and you would have had maybe the 5th pick instead of the 8th pick, you don't think you would have taken Dak Prescott with that?
No, Dak. I mean, Dak wasn't terrible, but he was pretty lackluster. I don't know.
Who was your 2nd round pick? Puka. 2nd
round, I believe, was 2nd round Puka or was
tough.
2nd round was Puka.
Puka, yes. So I never had Puka. He never played for me. That was pretty brutal.
Well, he was week 1. You started in week 1.
First quarter, week 1.
First quarter.
Yeah. And then, of course, literally right when my team gets knocked out, they're like, "Oh, actually, he's playing this week." By the way.
Yeah,
so that was tough to see as well.
Hunter, are there
I
any
don't know. My
thoughts,
team
you
felt
really
like
think
it was
it was
in a good
around-
spot if I made it another week.
When you got to round 3, I feel like you really picked up the pace with Trevor Lawrence. So
Yeah.
I think I took Deshaun Watson in like round 4, so I can't.
I don't know.
I mean, Luke,
I really felt unprepared.
It is so funny to me for Luke calling out people's bad picks when he literally took Anthony Richardson, number 1 overall, and he's benched for a 40-year-old. It's incredible.
Hate the game. Like
That's
The fact
insane.
that you somehow got. Go ahead, Boo.
He's played like 15 football games since he was 18.
Since high school.
In high school.
Untapped potential. That's what you got to swing for with the first.
Meanwhile, Derrick Henry had 1,200 carries in high school. Those are the stats I want to see. A workhorse who can take it.
Luke somehow getting Derrick
not a
Henry in that
human being.
2nd round. It's at like pick 97 for your 2nd pick.
3rd round, 33rd pick overall.
Well, you have back-to-back, so
Good pick.
it's kind of the same. But who did you take 32nd, Luke?
Olave. So,
Oh, you're a picker. You're a picker for the ages.
yeah, absolutely historic.
So something to
Luke
point
almost
out
got eliminated week 1 too.
as I'm looking at it right now. I still have more wins than half of the teams still in it.
You might still make the playoffs, well, actually.
As you guys know, I did have the best team. I had drafted the best team this year.
Were you like 9-1 when you got eliminated?
Yeah, 9-1.
Yeah,
That's crazy, dude.
That's the craziest thing about this league is the best teams just can have a bad week and it's just over for them.
So that
Yeah.
actually happened to Will exactly the same way last year. I think Will's
Yeah.
overall record in this league is like one of the highest. Anybody
I
in the
reckon
league.
when I'm actually playing
Not
fantasy,
completing, hasn't
probably have
completed
more
a
losses.
season.
We should do, if you're like a first 4 team eliminated, if you beat a team going into the playoffs on your record, you replace them in the playoffs.
You just take over their team.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
'cause,
that
like-
could easily happen. Like if Tua legit to quit makes the playoffs, there's a very good chance Will has a better record than him by playoff time.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
actually
just
do
take
for
think,
those,
so I actually do think we're going to instrument this next year. This is my latest concept. I haven't quite refined it, so we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. But I think
I already
that-
have pushback for it, but you can say it. And
I
then
think
I'll,
that what we should do is on the week you're eliminated, if you have any fab left, you lose all your players, but you keep your fab and you can be part of the bidding war for your own team plus anybody else on the waivers.
So you could just pick up a bunch of scrubs and like hope to
And
make another
then,
week.
and then if you can't outscore,
so you could like buy back in.
so
That
you
is
basically
pretty
have to
interesting.
I like
score
it. I like it.
for the next week, and you get one more week as a shot, but you have to outscore not just the lowest scoring team, but two, because we're gonna have to eliminate 2 teams the week after, and either you're in the bottom 2 and you're eliminated, and the next person is too, or you have to beat 2 teams to make it to the.
so
That's
my
pretty
only
electric.
I've been thinking about this because I know we've been chatting about some concept like this. I will just first and foremost, I like the idea of it being a 1 week chance. Is that because that's how it basically is a 1 week chance? Because if you make it, then you're good, and if you're bottom 2, you're still eliminated.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I like that. I will say now, having been eliminated, it's kind of nice just being done. The idea of needing to keep trying, like I gave it my all, boys, and I have pretty little energy left. I looked at my other fantasy teams. Turns out I didn't know who was on my teams. I haven't paid attention at all to anything else, and there's some kind of bliss in it. But I don't mind a 1 week chance.
But
would
that
you
is
be able
true,
to
yeah.
get? So did you say could you get the players that you like that were on your team that went to waivers, or just the actual free agent?
I think that would be an interesting.
I think you get to bet. You have whatever fab left. You get to bet
Yeah,
like
so you
everybody
get
else.
eliminated.
Try and pull back somebody from your team, and you're building the rest of your team off the waivers. And I mean, it's possible. In a week where Hunter Cullen puts up 63 points in week 7, I could have built a team.
So
like
that's my
You may have actually
scored this.
Pussy, you couldn't build a team fully cocked. That's the whole point. You're eliminated.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not. Okay, fair enough.
Weren't you the first one
4
out?
out of 6. I mean, 66, 666, Halloween.
That's my only pushback to this, Luke, in general, is that like it shouldn't in theory be that hard to beat the lowest, even maybe 2 scores. Because like they're the worst.
It should.
Like,
it really
I mean,
should.
it would
you
never.
You should not be that. It should not be that hard.
The low scores have been like 60. So like, yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. There's a decent chance you could grab a free agent team and beat the lowest.
And that's the
in
point.
my opinion.
What are
But
the
it
odds
makes
on
it
the
more
Got
exciting for
shot.
everybody else, right? Like that. I
Yeah.
feel like knowing that you don't have to. That like basically every week after the first elimination week, you have to beat not just the bottom score, but the bottom 2 scores, because there's always like somebody else who is entering the pool.
It makes it more intense, and it gives you a second life. I like it. But we'll refine it.
Yeah. I'm
I don't think it
down.
would be that
All right,
unfair.
we should.
The rest of the team, that team would be terrible too. So it's not like the rest of the teams.
Not if they can get their own players and they're going to 100% fab dump because it's like win or nothing,
Yeah, I mean, the chance of them being able to build a full roster that can compete like week to week.
But they
it's
don't
not-
really
like, they might get lucky, but like I'm saying the rest of the teams shouldn't think it was unfair because their team overall should be worse.
Yeah, I think that's true.
And you're not going to get
like,
the whole team back, right?
But then you're
Yeah.
just
Josh,
getting like two.
If it's unfair, why don't you just drop everybody on your team, then every week build a free agent roster?
I will
Because
do it
that
this
way
week.
it would be so fair for you.
At that point, the whole league should just redraft every week.
So
I
I
just
do think
think
as
the-
part of
the
that,
baked
as
in-
part of that change, we're also going to move the free agent waiver wire to a live auction every week. So we're
Yeah, I think we
essentially
need
going
to do
have a
this.
live draft, a 90-minute live draft every
Every week.
Wednesday night.
I mean,
I
we
think
need
that's-
we
I
need
think-
the
I
extra.
think we need it.
We need the extra
think we need
content
it.
for sure. I love this idea, Will. My only issue is how are we going to convince them to have the Olympics every week?
That is true.
Good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah, I did forget to mention that our next league is not going to be until 2028, guys. Sorry about that.
Dude, we can all pick a random high school meet happening and pick runners on 100 times.
I think that next year
If
we're
we-
going to do
Can we
like
go to it and watch though?
Josh, I'm not sure that you're allowed to be around high school meet anymore.
I wasn't suggesting we're there in person, guys.
if you say high school meets or high school meet, singular, please.
I'm pretty
Guys.
sure that was specifically named in the lawsuit.
I didn't mention going in person. I know my limits.
I'm going to send a surrogate. A surrogate rapist.
Stop. Petey, I cannot with you. The number of inappropriate comments coming out of your mouth is just
I keep meaning to ask Josh for your LinkedIn so I can post post our channel on there. The
Bro,
content's
it's
getting
literally all Middle Eastern businessmen. They would love this bit. I honestly think I would probably get a lot of kudos for this.
Did anyone notice our new logo? We're sporting a new logo for the YouTube channel. I like it. I think everybody should like it. It just we're getting so many views these days. I felt like it was time to up the brand a little bit.
We spent a lot of the prize money on that.
we need to get the inbox back in circulating. I miss
Oh,
our
what?
questions
Yeah,
of the
why are you
week.
plugging the
Yeah.
inbox?
Fan mail.
Have we had it?
You know what?
Have we had a
No,
fan mail?
we haven't
Merc
invited.
fan mail was my favorite part of last year.
I totally forgot about that
Merc
segment.
did send in a lot of fan mail. Let's see if we got anything new.
Dude, I will say the
Just a
I
few
love the
security
banter in
alerts.
this league, and I know that Josh, you're a little against the hostility towards trades, but there's nothing like a mundane trade to get the group chat going
It's
on,
insane.
on a Tuesday morning. Those people are heated.
Spofford yelling at Luke for giving away Brian Robinson, and then him just being shown receipts that he didn't even ask how much it would take was so funny to me. He's like, "Well, I assumed it would be 100." It's like, my guy, Luke's giving him to you, and you're not even asking. Dude, that's the worst part about trying to trade with half you jabronis. It's just people don't respond, or like it's like no. At least
response
Hunter and
rate
I,
is
we'd have some fun dialogue back and forth, even if nothing happens.
Yeah,
But dude, that was so funny. Spofford freaking out about that was an incredible moment.
Yeah, he came in hot for a guy. He was like the first guy I went after. He was like my first target. I was like, please, Nick, I really think this could work for both of us.
Bro, and the
He's
crazy
like,
thing
give me a
about this
wide
was-
receiver. And then he's like, I've been trying to get a running back from him for so long. I'm like, Spofford, you've been talking about how much you need running backs for 5 weeks. Just go get one.
Dude, I've never been more in tune with the trade status of this league, and it's via Spofford's text. He's somehow like masturbating his refresh button on his Gmail, and it's like seconds after a trade notification goes through on your Gmail, he's in the chat blasting it. And it's like, bro, I don't ever see the Gmail notification until like hours later. But somehow, Nick, I literally thought, I was like, how is Nick getting this inside information on the trades that are going through? Like how?
You can, hate to burst your bubble, but you can get ESPN notifications to your phone, which actually is
Believe it or
terrible
not.
because then you get notified with every ad drop in all
Yeah.
4 leagues. It's
Oh,
like my
yeah.
phone is just awful. Yeah, it's terrible.
You guys
But
don't do
if you
that.
don't have it turned on, then you can't taunt each other, and that's one of the best features they've added.
You know, one of the features
okay.
that I like that Josh wasn't aware of is that when you go to someone else's roster and then say that you're interested in that player, it notifies them directly because it's meant to start trade dialogue. And Josh just thought he was bookmarking people's players for when he was going to add them if they went to waivers.
That was just
I
just
noticed
last year.
a few of mine were.
I don't think I did that this year. I think what happened though, I'm guessing, because I did bookmark them off waivers, but then I'm guessing when they were added to your teams, did it then notify you?
I was told that you were interested in Amari Cooper at least.
Yeah, I think that was like because when he was on waivers,
Probably
I marked that.
before waivers, yeah. And then
Yeah,
also
but that happened.
another.
That was the best moment from last year is when Woozy was like, he hadn't even been eliminated yet. And I was texting him trade offers, I think, during the week. And it was like Monday afternoon and he hadn't lost yet, but it was looking bad. And I went and marked all his players interested. And he just got like notified 13 times for me vulturing his guys. Oh, yeah, that's when I learned that feature happened. I didn't know it would have happened with players added. That's wild.
Baby.
I don't want to get us too far off the mark here, but Will, last year I think you were really one of the standout interviews of the Fantasy Boys podcast. You brought us some really revealing information about an industry I don't think any of us knew a lot about, and I at least came away really feeling educated and refined. So,
Sure.
You got anything to add this year? Really, just open mic it for a little bit. I think that you've always brought us something good in the past. So.
Yeah, I can't say I got a ton for you. I mean, it looks like you're more of the bomb expert these days based on the outfit.
Oh my.
But
Canceled. We got started. Please continue. This is a good start.
yeah, that's yeah, I was just talking. What was I talking about last year? Just my job.
Yeah, throwing
Bro.
bombs. It was the
Yeah.
most. If you want
That was basically it.
if you want to live honey stuff a bear, I wouldn't mind watching that.
I don't have the materials around here to take care of that request for you, but
Are you close to Boozy?
am I close
That
to
sounds
Boozy?
wildly sexual.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds like something I want to try.
A
Weirdly.
couple of weekends ago, I saw his dick quite a bit. So
That is
Dude,
true.
hold on. Let's get a
Lot of
breakdown on
details going on.
Andy's bachelor party in Austin, which Boozy
Oh,
and
yep.
were at. Can we get a little highlight reel of that? event?
Two
For
numbers.
the audience, for
Six-
quick pause for the audience.
marriage was blessed by Colt McCoy for one, so that's a huge bonus.
No way, actually?
Yeah, we met Colt McCoy. That was pretty sweet.
Damn.
Yeah, and then it was rowdy F1 race, a little Texas football.
Pretty sweet weekend.
Damn.
Barbecue.
I'm sure
Wait,
Boozy has one to add,
What
potentially.
Texas game was that? Was that Vandy?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Tough. Was that good for you or bad for you?
Well, Texas lost.
They got
We
shit.
bet on Texas. Yeah.
PD had a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
Did you?
No. I don't have a lot of money on anything besides wild parlays.
Okay. We are getting late. Should we do a quick prediction? One, who are people's favorite to win the league, and two, eliminated this week?
I think
Just for the
Woozy
people
wins.
who are no longer participating.
I think Woozy wins the league. That dude is stacked and has so much more fab than everyone else now.
Really?
Woo doggy.
He doesn't strike me as like smart enough to win. I guess.
He's projected to have the most points this week and has 212 fab, while the next guy has 81. I
think Andy's team is really dangerous. I think that team at this point. I'm obviously biased, but I mean, looking at that team, he has Kenneth Walker and Puka Nacua sitting on his bench.
As it should
That's not a
be.
bad team.
And he will have Nico Brown putting on his bench when he comes back. That team.
He got AJ. Oh my god, he picked up AJ Brown and Tyreek.
yeah, that was a massive haul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But he also has Patrick Mahomes and Drake May as his quarterbacks, and Patrick
Jared
Mahomes
Goff.
is terrible, and he has no more fab left.
He's got
I think the fab game is going to dictate the winner because
The
there's still
fab
3
game?
more weeks
I
of
got fucked up
elimination.
this year.
I don't think so. I think some of the teams that are built are good enough to win it all for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Sack,
Oh,
no
All
vets.
right, let's take these down. So we've got Josh is picking Woo Doggy. Will is picking Drake May. Hunter, who you got?
I got Dan McCarthy.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's
His
a
team,
team.
his team looks pretty similar to my team in my other league, and my team in my other league is absolutely stacked.
No one's picking Maximilian Robespierre.
Everyone just needs to remember, like, this is going to become a 7-person league. That, like, Teams have to be so stacked. You're talking like if 2 running backs are played per team, you need a top 4. Those are all top 14 guys. Like this is
I
just
don't see any bad like this. Dan McCarthy's got studs on his team.
You also
What's his
forget
team name?
that
I'll
the
stack no pants.
only the first seed will get a first round bye. So first seed has a significantly better odds of making it to the championship. Therefore, you have a pretty good chance to make it. I would take Maximilian Rose Pierre if I'm being honest. Although I think he's pretty close to out of Fab. That is a tough roster.
I think there's only 5 guys left with Fab, and there's a pretty steep drop off.
I just so this week I just got Chubba Hubbard and Dak Prescott for a grand total of $4. I don't know. I think that as long as your Fab's not zero, you're not only the top guys are going to go for top dollar.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Luke. Theoretically, let's just say Dan McCarthy decides to Fab dump on a running back or is eliminated this week. Woozy can bid on anyone at $52 and get 4 guys uncompetitive. Doesn't even have to waste any Fab because he has more than anyone else. If you're being able to pick off Saquon, Jalen Hurts, if any of these top wide receivers go back to waivers, all of a sudden, I just think it will be really interesting. But it all depends on surviving these couple weeks.
That it does.
If you have 5 Fab left and someone has 100, you're not going to get anyone you want because they'll just pick off everyone for $6 the rest of the season. We'll see.
All right, and then people's picks for going home this week.
Right, did Pete put a pick in? And you
yeah, Pete, you got a pick. You know what? I like my guys.
What am I gonna? Am I liable for this in court or some shit? I don't know who's gonna win.
If I can get 1 to 2 good receivers somehow,
you're picking
keep the
yourself.
rest of my guys.
Is that what we're hearing?
I like it. I mean, if you don't pick yourself, who else are you gonna pick? It's crazy you picked Maximilian Robespierre. That guy sucks.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Maximilian.
If it's not me, though.
I just don't know how to quit doesn't get eliminated this week.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, he might just win the league because something's wrong. Something is just there's a force of nature behind that guy.
Yeah.
All right, picks to be eliminated. Tua?
I mean, I'm gonna pick Tua legit.
Yeah, Tua as well.
I don't know how you're 4-12 is still in the league. Honestly, that's kind of crazy.
He's the worst score out of anybody. The worst record out of anybody. Is that possible? That he has a worse record than everybody eliminated?
PD's been eliminated since week 1. Oh, but Luke sometimes has to change the scores to get median scores. So there's a chance.
Yeah.
Changing my pick to Joe Buck yourself, actually.
Yeah, I'm taking Joe Buck yourself. Nick, I'm shocked you made it this far. Love you, bro. Wish you could stick around a little longer, but I don't know how you made it this far. I think I picked you for getting knocked out at week 3. So I'm very impressed.
I'm gonna pick Mark Erickson to win it and get eliminated. So I'm just
major hedge.
That is the sign of gambling addiction. You got to call that number. They're talking to you, buddy.
I think Obama was speaking to me last week.
I will say, I think
I'm going to go with
my
Mark Phillips, Levis Legacy. Levis Legacy.
He's been hanging around.
Yeah,
I think
a piece of shit.
Did he add anything? Anyone big this week?
He did have a couple ads, I think. Let's look back.
I mean, anything's bigger than what he's working with.
Was Montgomery one of his dads?
No. I'll let you know because they're all my players. Maybe he
Wow.
didn't. No, maybe I don't think he grabbed anyone. Never mind. Maybe it's the week before.
You got a couple guys from
I
my
will.
team.
I will say I think I was the first person eliminated who didn't have an in-game injury. And so as much as I feel like some of these guys just it makes no sense they're in it, if you stay healthy, you're putting up a
Injury's
pretty
big.
good baseline. A mid-game injury
Injury's
is like
good.
devastating to people.
Yeah,
I think I
Nico
had 3
Collins and
injuries
Maserati
when
Marv
we-
back-to-back weeks was why I got eliminated. Maserati Marv 0-0 is why I got eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Andy should have gotten eliminated because he left T. Higgins in, who wasn't playing anyway, and we knew it. So
No, didn't he start, or he was out before the game, ruled
he
out.
was ruled out before.
Mm,
Didn't matter. It wasn't
yeah,
enough
that's
for me.
tough.
Wasn't in the car. I was so close to playing Ramondre and so close to playing Russell, and I think I would have been saved if either of those decisions were made. But here we are. But yeah, we'll see.
Here we are.
Maybe you
Here
love
we
ice some
are.
Vance and your pants get some mid-game injuries, and
Hey, never wish that upon anybody,
We don't
right?
need friends.
Yeah.
no, you don't want to wish it,
Send
but
it.
I.
You're just sending the good karma my way, baby. That's
All
how
right.
fantasy gods work.
Let's land this.
All right,
plane.
let's land this thing.
It's gonna
As
be hard
captain
to
of this plane.
Now that Pete's gone, we can finally land this plane safely.
Jeez, Luke, I almost said it and held my tongue. I really, for you, no less.
Oh, fuck! The pilot's gone.
Getting pulled in the murk.
All right, boys.
This would be a
okay,
great week
let's
to
not-
not publish the whole pod and just do highlights, Luke. So
Yeah, I
we
think we're
can
going to
talk
spend
about
a pretty heavy amount of time editing tomorrow morning. So, good thing
No, there were
I'm
some
not
great clips
working.
before the guest joined. All right,
Those
boys,
great
love
clips.
you all.
That's our sponsor. That's our sponsor for tonight. Great
Oh, yeah,
clips.
what's our
All
sponsor?
right, you guys.
Great clips.
Thanks for joining,
Happy
boys.
Halloween,
Happy
boys.
Halloween.
Yeah, happy
And,
Halloween.
Scare you later. Better luck next year. Love ya.